your boy Big Chew, the voice of the beat.
You know what I won't
blaze up.
Come on, blaze up.
It's a beat for me.
Wow, 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 wow. For your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live. For your boy. For your boy. Also for your boy. Fix it for your boy. Drop it for your, lift it up.
Good morning, everybody. How are you guys doing? It is Monday. Ew. You know what I mean? But here we are. It's Monday. Happy Monday to everybody. This is the beginning of the week, at least according to the clears. And you know, this is gonna be. They took down the Educational Friday video. Which one? They did? Hold on, girl. You lying? Probably because I played something. Hold on. Because I would have got an email, huh? Hold on. Oh, it is. I'm going to have to edit it. They say it blocked it globally. What part? Let me see, girl. What part? What part they talking about? Yeah, they blocked it globally. Sometimes they be like, it's blocked here, it's blocked there. Girl, they blocked the whole thing globally. Hold on. Review the issues. Let me see what segment they talking about. Girl, it was just 1 minute. What part? They say like 1 minute of it from 208. Girl, what part they talking about? My bad, y'all. Hold on. Let me see something. They blocked out the part with the artifacts in there. Oh. That's the part they blocked out, y'all. The part that had the artifacts. What I was saying?
What that mean?
All right, I could trim it out. I'll trim it out. I'm trimming it out. It'll be back up soon as YouTube catch up. My bad, you guys. My bad. Yeah. I don't know why the part about the artifacts got taken out, but if you guys were on Educational Friday, the part about the artifacts that they found that were older in America than the so-called bones from the Lucy bones from that clear man, Charles Darwin. There were artifacts found from 500 BC to like a few hundred AD that were found in America, which literally debunks the whole out of Africa theory of all of us starting from Africa. So again, I ain't no African. Most of y'all ain't either. Even the Black Americans, the so-called Black people that are in any of the Caribbeans. If you don't have if you can't go back 3 generations and one of your parents is African, you're probably not African, because the Africans didn't start coming to America to the early 1900s anyway. They don't tell y'all that. You know what I'm saying? But the Africans didn't start coming to America until the early 1900s anyway. So most of y'all ain't African. So again, when this clear man comes along with a theory, no proof, just a theory, only thing he did was find a doggone monkey bones and said, this is the mother of civilization. I don't know who got her pregnant, but all we know, you know what I'm saying, is all we know is she supposed to be the mama of all of us. And then they go and she's only 60,000 years old. Then they go find artifacts in America with those. And I was looking at some other ones the other day in Georgia, Tennessee. They don't tell y'all about that. They don't tell y'all about that though. Are not Africans considered to be Black? Egyptians more, they don't consider themselves as black. And neither should we. They don't consider themselves as black. And again, neither should we. We shouldn't consider ourselves black either, because we're not. Again, I keep telling y'all, leave that black word alone. Leave that black. See that black word? Leave that where you found it at. Leave that where you found it at. Leave that where they taught it to you at. You're not black. They don't consider themselves black, and I ain't mad because I ain't black neither. Speaking of I ain't black, I want to show y'all something. Hold on. I saw something very interesting. Did I take the picture of it? I think I did. Hold on. I saw something very interesting online yesterday, and I think I took a screenshot of it. Oh, yes, I did. Whoa, yes, I did. On TikTok. Now I'm going to show you guys something. I'm so glad you brought up the whole black thing. I'm going to show you something. This is going to further prove you ain't black. And also it's going to prove that we are the indigenous people of this land. Let me show y'all something right quick. Hold on. Stand by. So remember, they tell us and have been telling us since the 50s and the 60s that we are black. Mind you, prior to that, our ancestors, our people of melanated indigenous people who were here all those eons before, detest the word black. One brother even said that was considered fighting words if you called me black, right? But again, since the 50s and the 60s, our parents and some of our grandparents have been running around here saying that we are black. We're not black. Also, black erases your existence. You don't have an existence when you're black, okay? But this is an old crayon found in an old crayon box. I seen this on TikTok, and I had to share it. Look at this. Hold on, let me make it bigger. Look at this. Now, you guys, do me a favor. Take a look at your hand or take a look at your face. Go to a mirror really quick. Take a look at your sister or your brother or anybody that's near to you. And look at this color. It's called red, Indian red, right? Remember they would say that the Indians were red. Look at that color. Doesn't that look more like my color, your color, than black in itself? Again, back then when we were in a deep sleep, Washington Redskins. And look, she knows. Let me tell you something about this Washington Redskins. Let me tell you something about this Washington Redskins thing. They changed the name because some clear Native Americans were saying that it's what they say, it's disrespectful, it's racist. Girl, y'all ain't even the color of red. Y'all are clear. So they changed the name allegedly because of that. That's not why they changed the name. We were waking up. Okay? They do a lot of things and try to make it seem like it's for your benefit, but it's not. They changed that name Redskins because we were waking up. We were starting to realize the emblem of the guy, the so-called Indian in that photo. He probably wasn't as dark as me, but he damn sure didn't look like not one Native American I know. Think about it. That emblem, let me see if I can go find it. That Redskins emblem. That emblem, although it does not look as dark as me, it was so far away from the clears. And people were starting to catch on. Okay, here you go, vintage logo. Pete, hold on, I'm about to show y'all something. Because see, like I said, these people were starting to wake up, and they were starting to look at these folk like, wait a minute, hold on, now who is you now? Let me make this bigger. I want to see it big. Now, who are you now? I'm sorry. Excuse me? Because this thing don't look nothing like you. Look, let me show you this emblem. These people not crazy. Far from it, actually. Look at this. Get this off of here. Look at this. Look at the emblem on this thing. Hold on, let me see. I want you to see over here. Can you see this? Hold on. I think I unshared it. Let me share my screen. Now look at this emblem on this thing right quick. Look at this. Look at that man. Look at that man. Does that look like any of the Native Americans you've seen? Real quickly, I'm just trying to see something. Hold on. Let me move the comment so you can see it. Nope, not that one. Hold on. Look at this. Does that look like any of the Native Americans you know or have seen? Nope. 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 So they are saying that the Native Americans found the name and the emblem, to be discriminatory or racist or whatever the case may be. I don't know, and Native American look like they could even be related to this person. Actually, as the time goes by, they're getting more and more clear. Literally. Again, even in this drawing, he looks nothing like them. They didn't take this down because, oh my God, this is racist and the Native Americans are offended. No, they didn't. It had been the emblem for how many years? They took this down because we were waking up. This is before I woke up. But I remember before I woke up, I was saying, how they gonna get offended? And it don't even look like them. I remember saying that. I kept saying, how they gonna get offended? And the thing don't even look like them. But as I woke up, I started to, I see what they did. Gotcha. So do Africans, North Africans, South Africans, any black person, any so-called melanated person around this world call themselves black? No, and neither should you. When you read old doctrine or old books and old stories, and they always talking about how the people were either copper colored or they were red colored, this is what they talking about. This is what they talk about. That's your copper red color right there. Look like on my daddy's side, because they got them elongated noses like that. He looked like he could be one of my uncles. He looked like he could be one of my daddy brothers, because they got that elongated nose like that. They changed the name to the Commanders. I don't even know what the Washington Commanders. Girl, what? Ridiculous. Off subject, but now, yeah. I think Bree, you said she had a birthday this morning. Yesterday. Bree said I saw that comment. You got a birthday? Pretty Well says, I know one Indian woman, she is clear with red hair and freckles, but gets to use all resources like cheap free healthcare, loans, and all kinds of stuff. Oh, yeah. Let me show you something else. Just for your own essay. Y'all want to know what the Indian chiefs look like? I think I showed y'all this before. But let's run it back. Let's go get all of the tribe's Indian chiefs right now. Mind you, this is what they're trying to say. Girl, this is sick. This is sick, yo. This is hella sick. Hold on. This is what they're trying to tell you the people, the so-called Indians looked like, even though we know that's cap. Look, This is what they're trying to say they used to look like. These are supposed to be your ancient Native American chiefs. This is supposed to be them. These are your ancient Native American chiefs. They look Asian. This one definitely look Asian. They look Hispanic, a little bit Hispanic and Asian. Remember that boy said they called me a derogatory term, Euro Asian, because you are European Asian. That's exactly who you are. Who else got a birthday? I'm about to play the song 1 second. I want to show y'all these Indian chiefs, what they look like today. I'm about to play the song. Give me 1 second. I want to show y'all these Indian chiefs and what they look like today. And you tell me if this ain't just a pawn, to get our identity taken from us. And then after they take our identity, the clears, they gave it to some Euro Asians, and now the clears are taking over it completely. Now it's there. Now none of the Indian chiefs look like anything today. Anything, at least they don't even look Euro Asian. They just straight up clear. It's ridiculous. They taking from them as they should. Now they taking from them as they should. Because it was only borrowed anyway to you. But again, like I said, most of us are waking up, and this is what's most important. Why I can't find these people now? Let me do it like this. They refuse to. They showing me the old ones. I don't want to see the old ones. I want to see the clear ones that look like, here go one. 2024. Now this is the Cherokee, so-called Cherokee Nation Indian chief. Look at this man. Hold on. Here you go. Look at what your Indian chief now today look like. Again, we're waking up. And that's what's most important. There's your Indian chief today. Okay. He looked like, I don't know if he Hawaiian. I don't know if he Asian. I don't know if he Mexican. I don't know if he a mixture of it all. He got a little clear in him too. Just put him as a Pacific Islander at this point. And y'all want me to believe that these were the so-called enslaved Native Americans? Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. But again, that's y'all tribal chief, girl, I guess. Please. Moving on. Happy birthday to Isbria, to you. Who else had a birthday? Anybody else in the chat who had a birthday? Happy birthday. We're going to play the birthday song, of course, as we always do. Happy birthday to you. And then we're going to get into the show because we got to get Joe Biden crazy behind up here. Okay? Where's my birthday song? I moved some stuff around. Hold on. There you go. Happy birthday, you guys. Let's get into the song. Happy birthday.
Happy
Well, happy birthday, happy birthday. I hope you guys have a wonderful birthday. Or Bree, I think you said yours was yesterday. Happy birthday, and many more, many more. Okay. Now, you guys, oh hey Ada, I felt like I ain't speak to you in a long time. Ada, what's going on, Ada? What's going on? Hi, everybody. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Let's get into why we're here. First and foremost, I'm a person that has 2 degrees. I keep saying that before I go in to say what I'm gonna say, because I know people who got college degrees and they're gonna think they smarter than everybody and think I'm hating because I don't have a degree. But I have 2 degrees. Okay, let's start that first. I have 2, not 1, but 2. And I don't know how often or how long you guys are going to see that college degrees are a scam. I know, I get it. Y'all gonna be like, that's not true, Vu, because my degree afforded me the opportunity to do X, Y, and Z. Certain degrees are needed. Like if you wanted to become a lawyer, yes, you should go to college. If you wanted to become a doctor, absolutely, you should go to college. If you wanted to be a teacher, yes, you should go to college. But 80%, maybe 85% of those degrees are a bunch of bull. All it is for you to go into debt and get a regular job. Because the fact of the matter is, most people don't even work in their degrees like me. Most people who get degrees don't do the field in which their degree is for. For instance, how many people you know with business administration degrees and they're working down at the local Target? How many people you know with degrees in all types of history, psychology, and they're working down at the local Walgreens? Okay? Again, it is a scam. It is only a way to get you into debt. My goddaughter wants to be in LPN or RN. Either way, she's in a 4-year school when she could just go straight to the nursing school and be done in 2. But in the 4-year school, 2 of those years, guess what she's gonna be taking? English, math, history, electives. For what? Why? Why would she need that? She don't need that. But of course the school's gonna say you need that because they need to make their shmoney, okay? They need to make their shmoney. And the biggest trick the Clears have used was education on Black people. And in droves, myself included, we went down and enrolled in the college. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. And it was for multiple reasons. We had one was we saw the educated aunt in the family who did really well. She had the nice car. She lived alone, but she had a nice house, always had money. Everybody go to her for a loan because they know she got it. You know what I'm saying? She always drove a Lexus or a Mercedes. When you go by her house, it's super nice. She don't never hardly have nothing at her house for the family, but when she does, whenever she does have something, everybody's just so happy to be like, oh my God, she having something, everybody could come, you know what I'm saying? We all saw that. Not only that, it was pushed through television, education, look at A Different World, look at the Cosby Show. Before that, TV, they weren't telling Black people to go to college. They just wasn't, okay? But ultimately, in droves, myself included, we went down and enrolled down at the colleges, right? All to realize, most of us, if we're extremely honest with ourselves, all to realize, girl, we wasted our money and our time, and we still owe them people these student loans back. Not all of us, but a large majority of us. A large majority. Listen, my child is in college right now. She wants to become a doctor. If she said, I don't know what I want to do, we're not going in debt behind no college. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Oh, you don't know what you want to do? Let's start a business then. What do you like? Let's get you into that. Let's get you a trade that's gonna always be used, regardless of if you got a job or not. You're gonna always be able to make money. But we're not going into debt. I'm in debt right now behind these doggone degrees. And I'm sitting here on YouTube. Okay? But ultimately, it is a scam. The biggest scam for Black people is the HBCU. Can we talk? The biggest scam / sham that they have ever played on the Negroes as far as the educational system is the HBCU. Hear me out. Hear me out. Experience-wise, there is no other experience you can have than an HBCU. That is the best experience you can have going into college. I did not graduate from an HBCU. I did go to one originally. My very first school, Southern University in New Orleans, that was an HBCU. That was my very first school, but I didn't graduate. I didn't finish from that school. Okay? But my daughter attends an HBCU. Best experience, she'll tell you from here to Sunday, best experience she's ever had. Best experience she's ever had. Right? Experience-wise, HBCUs are if you had to go to any college, HBCU is where you should go for a multitude of reasons. Let me tell you why. Number one, you're amongst people who are like you and who look like you, and they can understand you. You won't be ostracized just because you're black or so-called black. You won't be talked to crazy. You'll get more information and more leadership and guidance from the HBCU. These are the facts. The problem is that HBCU, because you look to the left and you see a Negro face, and you look to the right and you see a Negro face, and you say, oh, I'm amongst my people. This is all us. Cap. HBCUs aren't even owned, operated, or ran by the Negroes. I know they down at the bursar's office. I know they in the financial aid office. I know they the professors. I know it. They are not ran by Negroes. Negroes are only there in the display window. You ever pass by a store back in the day? Remember they used to have the mannequin up? And the mannequin is the best outfit in the whole store. And they put that mannequin in the window. And then when you go inside of the store, all of the mannequins by every single aisle, I used to work in retail, but all the mannequins by every single aisle have the best outfit from that section on the mannequin. Remember, just any old thing can't get on a mannequin. The mannequins always have the best outfit on from whatever it is, right? So you go into you pass by the window. This is back in the day. I know people don't do that no more. Most people shop online. I'm included. Back in the day, you pass by a store and you see the mannequin, you like, oh, that's cute. And you go into the store. Now you see all these mannequins inside of this store and they all have these wonderful, wonderful outfits on. And you like, okay, yeah, this is the store. I can find me something up out of here, right? Normally, when you start going through the stuff, you can, but sometimes you can't. The problem of the thing about this is the mannequin is just that. It is just so it can catch your attention and get you there. That is the faculty and staff at an HBCU. They are the mannequins. They are the mannequins. All faculty and staff at HBCUs are mannequins. Period. Point blank. They just there to get you there. They just there to get you inside the store / school. Okay. But at the end of the day, they don't own nothing. They don't run nothing, not even the dean. They don't operate nothing. They are mannequins. No cap. All of these people at this school ain't got no more position than you as a student. Because you know who they answer to? A clear person who runs the whole thing and collects all the money. Not only does the clear person collect all the money, but the clear person don't even put the money back into the school. Keeps the dorms looking like trash, asbestos all out of the doggone window, children coming out there with cancer, children coming out there with a degree in a lifetime of liver illness and all of that stuff, because all this is about is the mannequin, the look, okay? That's it. You're going to graduate, you're going to celebrate, you're going to jig, you're going to dance, you're going to walk across the stage and hit your cue dog, roo, hit your ski. You're going to pledge, you're going to do all of your wipe me down. You're going to march around the yard to wipe me down. You're going to pledge allegiance to your gods. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You're going to pledge allegiance to your Greek gods. All of them have one. Every single sorority and fraternity has a different one. You're going to have a good time. You're going to go to the parties. You're going to have a girl. It's going to be a lituation. Do you hear me? It's going to be a lituation. Best experience you'll ever have. But after all of that's over, after the morning after, whoa, after the night before, and them people call you down from Sally Mae. Because see, they don't wait long. They give you about a week to let it sink in. Then they start calling you, asking you when you're going to be able to make your payments. And now you got your piece of paper in your hand and you say, well, oh my God, I have a degree. Let me go out and find me a job. All to realize that degree, that piece of paper you got really don't afford you a job at all. And you're going to be right here at Buffalo Wild Wings working with me waiting these tables. Trying to go down there and tell them folk, I need what do you call it? I need my loans forgiven, or can I get a forbearance? I can't afford to pay it. Can I get my loans in the forbearance for about a year till I get on my feet, and then that year turn to 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, 30, so on and so forth. Why is the HBCU the biggest sham in the world? Oh, yes, it is. We got to talk about these things. We can't. Now, listen, one thing about me, y'all know we have the uncomfortable conversations, but we got to talk. And again, my child attends an HBCU. She'll be a senior this year. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. She will be a senior this year. So while Black people think they found some type of solace or some type of protection or a sense of home down at the HBCU, is just us and us and us and us. Take a look at this corpse being granted a doctoral degree from Morehouse College. Morehouse College is the blackest Negro college probably in all of HBCUs. It's an all-man school, all-boys school, Negroes on Negroes on Negroes, okay? That's all that's there. Negroes on Negroes on Negroes. If you've ever, as a Negro man, a Negro male, if you've ever wanted to go home to a college, Morehouse is the place you should go. All the distinguished Boule and D9 members, all of them come out of Morehouse College, girl. Morehouse, Howard, you know them type of colleges or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, she knows. It's definitely the Boule breeding ground. That's why I named them first. You know what I'm saying? All your Boulets, all of them come out of there. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, look at this corpse as he is crowned a doctorate degree. You know, the one you went in $200,000-$300,000 in debt to get. Look. You know, the one you got that the people keep calling you saying that you need to at least make $500-$600 a month worth of payment. You know, the one that you got your doctorate degree and you do have a job in your field, but you realize the math ain't mathing and the adding ain't adding. Because even with the job inside of that career, I know I am Dr. Voodoo, but as Dr. Voodoo, girl, the doctor ain't doctoring when it come down to the paycheck. Yes, Butter Brown Sugar, Jim Crow Joe is definitely an honoree. He got him a doctor. Call him Dr. Jim Crow Joe. Yes, ma'am. See, before the day, we were just calling him Crime Bill Joe. Now I got to put a handle on that now. Now I got to put a handle on it. Now I got to call him Dr. Crime Bill Joe. Do you hear me? Dr. Crime Bill Joe. Dr. Jim Crow Joe. Doctor. Okay? Doctor, lock these niggas up with his doggone Crime Bill Joe. Yes, ma'am. Got to call him doctor. Yes, ma'am. I got to call him doctor. I got to. Doctor, I don't want these monkeys around my churn. Yeah, he did say that in the 70s. I don't know if y'all caught that. But you know, y'all, Black people forgive everybody. Said he don't want y'all monkeys around his churn. Doctor, if you don't vote for me, you ain't Black Crime Bill Joe. That's him. Doctor. Shout out to Morehouse. Shout out to Morehouse. You guys like the video, please. I don't want to have to go to a break. Please like the video. Shout out to Morehouse, though. And this is where the Black Negroes is supposed to find some sort of solace, some sort of sense of home. You want to know why Morehouse did that? Because behind the scenes, Breeze, them the people who own and run that school. Of course. And also it's election year. Course, he got to make his rounds in the most sacred places for the Negro to go in America, in the American Negroes, the safest and sacredest places, the schoolhouse and the church house. You know that. Y'all know how we is. Where the two most sacred places for the Black Negro in America is the schoolhouse and the church house. He making his rounds. He making his rounds, baby. He making his rounds. Yep. Dr. Crime Bill Joe got his doctorate degree from Morehouse, and them niggas jumped up in praises. Oh, yeah, thank you. Dr. Crime Bill Joe got a degree. He's one of us. I'm almost sure y'all let him pledge Kappa. Did he pledge Kappa? Did he do the stroll when he got off the stage? Did he stroll off the stage? Did he hit the shoulders? What did he do? Did he hit the shoulders? Or did he just walk straight off? Did he stomp off like a Q? What did he do? I mean, y'all let the clears in there anyway, so it wouldn't matter. I feel like Joe should be able to get in there too. Y'all let the clears in there anyway, and y'all prop them up. So just let him in. What we talking about? Oh, yeah. I can see Joe in the line. BOOSIEBADAZZ. That's me. White man down. Fresh, bronc, airmail, all of them trying to stay. Oh, I can see him in the line. Got to know I saw him in the line. I can see him in the line. Did see him in the line. Did see him in the line. I can see him in the queue line. Bow, wow, wow, yippee, yo, yippee, yay. Bow, wow, yippee, yo, yippee, yay. Why must I feel like that? Why must I chase the cat? Nothing but the dog in me. I can see Joe. Why must I feel like that? Why must I chase the cat? Yo, yeah, got to see him chase. Did see him chasing the cat in the line. Yup, did see him down there. And these the same Negroes who had an issue when Boosie, old crazy looking ass, put on the Kappa sweatshirt. Oh yeah, Boosie put on the Kappa sweatshirt. They wanted to knock Boosie head off his shoulders. But here go Crime Bill Joe in his honorary doctorate degree. Dr. Crime Bill Joe. My bad. I keep messing that up. I got to put a handle on that. My bad. My bad, Dr. Joe. My bad. Let's go to Joe's speech. Joe had a speech. He wanted to get on here and say to the blacks, to the Negroes, to the blacks. He wanted to say something to the blacks. Let's go and get what Joe had to say to the blacks, okay?
Started college just as...
Hold on.
Today. You missed your high school graduation. You started college just as George Floyd was murdered.
Whoop, trigger word. Trigger. And I don't mean Trey Songz. Which one of y'all going home with Trigger? Nope, not that Trigger. This another Trigger. So he said, you guys started your college experience right when George Floyd was M-worded. That's what he said. That was to get you on, you know what I mean? Get you in your feelings. Because, you know, niggas operate off of feelings. You know what I'm saying? He already jumping off the porch or off the stage, for that matter, playing in y'all face. Playing in y'all face. Go ahead on, Joe. What happened?
And there was a reckoning on race. It's natural to wonder if democracy you hear about actually works for you. What is democracy? If black men are being killed in the street, what is democracy? The trail of broken promises still leave black communities behind. What is democracy? You have to be 10 times better than anyone else to get a fair shot. Most of all, what does it mean, as we've heard before, to be a black man who loves his country, even if it doesn't love him back in equal measure?
Who the 12 people that's capping? Today. Who was the 12 people that was clapping? That must have been the faculty and staff. They told them they had to clap. That must have been faculty and staff. That had to be them. That had to be faculty and staff. Had to be. So basically, Crime Bill Joe got on here and said, you know, y'all ain't got no democracy or whatever the case may be, because y'all getting popped up inside your head in the streets and whop. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, type teas like that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Sergeant, I just checked my email. I want to show y'all this too. Because, oh yeah, we was heavy. And hold on, Joe, we coming back. Hold on. Stand by, Joe. I know you can't stand long. Just give me a second. Sergeant just said this. 1990 Atlanta Braves mascot chief, right? Look at that man. Look in there. Look at that box. That was in the 90s. I think you sent me another one. Hold on. This is the Indian chief in the 90s. Let me see. I think you sent me another one. Indians will stop using the chief woohoo log. I don't know what this is. But look what they said the Indians look like then. Look at the Braves. Yeah. We started catching on. They said, let me get them up off of here. Let's take them off. Get them off of here. Let's get back to Joe. Thank you, Sarge. I appreciate it, baby. But look what Crime Bill Joe said. Look what Crime Bill Joe said. You guys started your college journey right when George Floyd got a knee on his neck. Also, you guys have gone through nothing. Y'all got democracy. I'm sorry, the country don't love you. Okay, what else? What else you got? What? You telling us stuff we already know. I want to go see. Hold on. I think there's other footage on here that I want to show y'all. Hold on. Because I think I saw one brother turn his back. I would have been mad at myself. You know why? Because I'd have been like, wow, I just thought I had a place that was, you know, FUBU for us, by us. Whole time, they put this damn clear corpse up here. You know what I mean? Hold on. I think I saw a brother turning around. Hold on. Is this the one? No, that's the one I shared. What's this?
Thank you. Thank you, President Thomas, faculty, staff, alumni.
Now, is that the cappers? Look at all these niggas with their caps on. Look, taking pictures of their leader. Look. I keep telling y'all, there are a group of Negroes that are put in place to keep you right where you at. More than likely, this is that group of Negroes. They got to be old ass cappers or old ass Qs or something. I don't know. Qs don't have that type of style. I'm going to give them cappers or something. Look how they up there taking pictures, standing ovation for their leader.
So thanks. I'll ask all the folks who helped you get here, your mothers, fathers, grandmothers, grandfathers, all those who got you here, all the way in the back.
Ridiculous. Look at all the Negroes sitting behind him. Hey, pause. Let me go back. Hold on. I'm coming back. Wait. I bet you $100. See that clear man right there? See him? I bet you $100. He the one really run the school. He got his outfit on. He got his outfit on. I bet you he the one that really run the school.
A day earned, not given.
This brother gets it. Look at all the rest of these Negroes. Oh, he gets it. That brother gets it. That brother gets it. But listen, this is bigger than the ones who get it. Look at all the ones who don't get it. That's how major this is. This is way bigger than the ones who get it. It's the amount who don't get it. This is where we should be group thinking, right here. This is where solidarity should come into play. Not when it comes to if we all on Kendrick's side or if we all on Drake's side. Not when it comes to whose side we on for any of these celebrities. If Diddy is wrong, that's one thing. This is where we should be group thinking. But the fact of the matter is, most of us are sheep. Most of us will do as the crowd does, even if we don't realize it. Look. Because of what war? I know he mentioned the war, but we don't care about that. We don't care about that. We don't care about that. But it shouldn't even be because of the war or him mentioning the war. It should have been because this man has played in y'all face for the last 4 years. 4 years. 4 years. It shouldn't have been because of the war. She said that's why they turned their back. It shouldn't even been because of the war. It should have been the fact that he was even there. All these prominent black people that done graduated from Morehouse or other colleges, hell, I would have rather them get Umar crazy ass. I would have rather them get Umar crazy ass. But Joe Biden? Again, it's not about the ones who don't get it or who get it. It's about the ones who don't. And that is the biggest problem that we have. That is the biggest problem that we're facing as a nation of people. That is the biggest problem we're facing as a nation of people, because the majority of us are knocked out cold. We sleep. We snoring. Y'all ever seen, most of us got sleep apnea when it comes to being unaware of what's actually going on. Most of us are literally snoring. I'm talking about in a coma. We are in comas. We're in comas. And it's scary. And he ain't doing nothing but making his rounds he gonna be at the church house next, waving like this, barely standing up. Waving like this. It's sick. It's very sick, you guys. But again, they're gonna be joining the club with us. All us on here who owe these people all this student loan money, they'll be right in the club with us, joining along with us. Okay. But speaking of turncoat or handkerchief head Negroes, speaking of that, I want to show y'all a little something really quickly. Do you guys recall the Great Migration? Thank you, Christian Griffin, for being a member for 2 months. Did you hear what Umar said yesterday about Diddy and Tip Drill Jakes, TD Jakes, that he will make a comeback? It don't surprise me. You got to understand, Umar is one of the Negroes put in place to further keep you distracted and confused. So it makes sense. Hey, when Cat Williams said it's only God's side and the other side, and we don't care about the other side, and anybody who side with the other side just know why they do, or anybody who get offended by what you saying, just know why they do. There you go. See, people tell you who they are literally on a daily basis. You just got to listen. You just got to open your ears and listen. But they tell you who they are. They tell you where they stand and who they are every time. Every time. They tell you where they stand and who they are every time. It never fails. That's what they do. I wanted to show y'all something though. Hold on. I hope I shared it. Mind you, like I keep telling you, your biggest worry is not going to be, your biggest order is not going to be order. Your biggest worry and problem is not going to be the clears. It's going to be the Negroes. That's going to be your biggest issue. Hold on. Let me show y'all something. So if you guys recall the Great Migration that happened in the early 1900s, early to mid 1900s, there was something called the Great Migration. In this Great Migration, a lot of people went from the South, typically Mississippi, Georgia. Not really too much of Georgia. Not really too much of Georgia. But a lot of people went from the South, Mississippi, Louisiana, some of Texas, but for the most part, Mississippi, Louisiana, Alabama, a lot of them went all the way up north, right? And a lot of them landed in places like New York for the Harlem. Everybody thought Harlem was just lit, and Chicago as well. Everybody thought Chicago was just lit, right? And it was. Remember, if you're a country bumpkin and you ain't never really seen much but the juke joint down the street, you ain't seen nothing much but the juke joint down the street and the same 12 people that live in your land and live around your land. You see the paper, you get the newspaper, and the newspaper is advertising, hey, come on, drop me off in Harlem. Good old Harlem. You know what I'm saying? Or you got Chicago, they got all of the stuff going on up there. St. Louis, yes, St. Louis too. You got all of them people going up there. And you realize, you see this, well, shoot, this looks like good. This looks funner than being here riding these damn cows. You're going to carry your ass up there. Well, a lot of people don't understand who is helping and assisting these people with getting you to be confused, right? And getting you to be led astray. And these people live really good lives to do this. Thank you for being a member for a month. She says, we are generationally brainwashed. Wake up, get up, stand up. Absolutely. Oh, yeah, we went up to Chicago, New York, Detroit, St. Louis, Philly. Oh, we was up there. We was all over there. We was all over there. Well, there was a man, his name was Abbott. I want to say Jonathan. I forgot his first name, but we'll get into it. This brother, Abbott, was a big-time newspaper owner in Chicago. His job, see, black people revere this brother. He was a very rich man, very, very rich man. Talking about he was so rich, he only got married later on in his life, and he made his wives call him Mr. Abbott. They couldn't even call him by his first name. But he was the sole person behind getting all these Negroes to come up to Chicago from the South. Mind you, the Chicago sound that they had at that time, remember we went over it with Chess Records, aka Cadillac Records and all that stuff. Most of those people, a lot of those people came from the South, which is why if you are up north or you were born up north, like New York, Chicago, Philly, St. Louis, all these places, all y'all got family down south, because a lot of these people And a lot of these people migrated up to the South. Now, this Abbott dude, he was the sole proprietor behind getting Negroes to leave their land. Again, some of us are going to realize when we do our genealogy, a lot of us didn't get our land taken. A lot of us left. A lot of us didn't get our land taken. A lot of us left. Unfortunately. Okay? But I want to show you guys how it was done really quickly. I don't want to spend up too much of your time because I got to go cut this grass, girl. Is going to cut the grass. Okay? I want to show y'all a little snippet of something. And we'll further go over it later on because this is a nice little, I watched the whole thing. It was amazing. Yeah, some of them got ran off. Absolutely. But a lot of us left. And you'll see that in this documentary. Look.
In Chicago's African-American neighborhood, you find out that there are nightclubs. You read in the Defender about the 8th Illinois Regiment, which was an African-American National Guard regiment that marches through the streets carrying rifles. To a black Southerner, this is very exciting.
There's no doubt that the Chicago Defender.
So they got a black National Guard regiment. Mind you, the National Guard started off as a racist operation. It was basically like the police before the police of the state. They come out there. If you ever seen any of the old stuff where they was out there with the water hoses, it was some of the sheriffs, but it was mostly the National Guard. So these Negroes down south, seeing they got a black regiment, National Guard. Oh my God, it's so not racist. It's so amazing to go up there.
Was responsible for thousands upon thousands of people of getting the word that they didn't have to be satisfied.
This is very exciting.
There's no doubt that the Chicago Defender was responsible.
The Chicago Defender is the name of the paper owned by the Abbott guy, the Negro who was getting all these people to leave their land and come on up to Chicago.
Responsible for thousands upon thousands of people of getting the word that they didn't have to be satisfied where they were physically located. That was in the South. And that there was a place where they could physically move to the North, whether it was Chicago or Detroit or Rockford, Illinois or Cleveland. There was a place they could move to where they could, live their lives to the fullest.
I don't want to play too much of the music.
Wrote to the North asking for information. And in many cases, they would write to the Defender, to Robert Abbott himself, because they had such faith in him. For example, "Dear Sir, permit me to inform you that I have had the pleasure of reading the Defender for the first time in my life, as I never dreamed that there was such a race paper published. And I must say,
I have seen your columns all the.
This is people from the South writing Robert Abbott, the person who runs the newspaper, who's saying, y'all come up here, it's lit, it ain't no racism, y'all come up here.
About the South and the race and the North. Now, I am thinking of coming this fall. I am a hard-working farmer.
I like the work all right, but they don't pay enough to get myself a good hat. Would like to be a maid and
don't publish this because we have to whisper this around among ourselves because the white folks are angry now because the Negroes are going
glad to come north, east, or west, anywhere but the South. That's a letter written in May of 1917 from Port Arthur, Texas. And the letters that we have from black Southerners come from large cities, small towns, rural communities, and they all have this kind of emotion, this sense of hope and this sense of faith. And that comes in part from reading the Chicago Defender.
When I say, hey, some of our ancestors left land, some of them did. Some of them did. Some of them were tricked. Because I read in Philly, there was a clear man who was basically trading people land down south to give them sovereignty and safety up in Philly, and they rented apartments, projects, to be honest, project apartments, because they were running from all of the stuff that was happening down south. Yeah, Breeze, whole time Abbott is lying. Got these people running around there writing all these letters because they want to come up. They want to come up because, oh my God, I didn't realize Chicago was so amazing. Oh my God, I never realized Chicago has a black National Guard regiment. Oh my God, I didn't believe Chicago has food and it's friendly and oh my God, I got to get up there. And if you believe that Abbott was able to pull this off without the clears pulling the strings and become a very rich man, you crazier than the road lizard. He was one, and I'm gonna dive in on him because I ain't like this part at all.
That's a big red headline in Chicago.
Try to stem the tide of the migration. In Somerville, Tennessee, a petition ordered that no colored newspapers be circulated and that every darky must read the local white paper.
Now here, the clear people are upset because if all the Negroes go up north, who's gonna plow the fields? See, you got to understand that when I say racism wasn't the way we were taught it was, you have to pay attention. Or slavery, I'm sorry, wasn't the way we thought it was. See, we ain't never left off them people fields. We ain't never left. We never did. And we still ain't off them today. We still ain't off them today. So when they were sending the newspaper, some people were like, oh, some of the clears were like, hell no, they can't even have that paper down here. If they leave, who gonna plow our fields? But I promise you this, they don't got to worry about that now. Now they got the migrants. They done took us out of working and building and creating. We don't create, we don't work, we don't build nothing. We can't even self-sustain right now if we had to. But they got the migrants to do it. And we 100% dependent on the government, period. So they don't want them to get their papers up, get them the Chicago Defender papers down there because all the Negroes was trying to leave.
But Robert Abbott, the shrewd marketer, asked for help from the one group of African Americans who traveled freely through the South.
Robert Abbott had a real problem. How could he circulate his paper in the South? So he goes out to the railroad yards, to one of the most distinguished professions in the black community at that time, the sleeping car porters. And he hands them bundles of his newspapers, which they hide in the train. And as these trains roll through the South, instead of being put off at the stations like they used to be, which are in the town limits or the city limits, these porters will step out between cars or at the back of the train, toss them out in the countryside, and suddenly all these southern cities found they couldn't stop the black newspapers, no matter what they did.
Big question. Why is Robert Abbott so keen on getting these Negroes to leave their land and come up to Chicago? He done backdoored and went to the doggone porters down at the doggone train. Special K, I thought about Rosa Parks too, over there probably giving, we know she likes her a good porter. You know what I'm saying? I forgot about Rosa crazy ass. She probably over there, you know, woot the woot to the port, to the head porter. You know what I'm saying? If you were there, you know. If you know, you know. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, why was he so keen to getting all these Negroes to leave their land? He backdoored and went to the porters and had them drop the doggone papers off in the middle of nowhere. Let's go get him. I want y'all to see what he looked like. Let's go see. And I don't want to go through all of it because I can't today. But I want y'all to see who he was.
More followed. The Great Migration permanently altered the face of America. It also transformed the fortunes of Robert S. Abbott.
Of course it did. He made a lot of money. Look.
Robert S. Abbott became the first black millionaire to become a millionaire as a publisher.
Marcus Garvey looking ass nigger.
Of a newspaper. All before him had a mission. And that mission was not necessarily to make a lot of money. But Abbott found out that you could make some money.
Unlike his flamboyant and often strident newspaper, Abbott himself was formal and reserved. He was 50 years old before he married. He would allow neither his first nor his second wife to address him as other than Mr. Abbott. He did not drink and avoided social activities. What he enjoyed was the trappings of wealth, the gold-headed cane, the grand tours of Europe. And even though he did not drive, the Duesenberg convertible and Rolls-Royce limousine. Like many in the black middle class, Abbott was enamored of the social graces and attempted to use the paper to teach them to his readers. He even published a list of rules for migrants' behavior.
Don't promenade on the boulevards in your hog-killing clothes. Don't clean your fingernails and pick your nose on the street. Don't flirt with the grocer, especially if your hair is still chunky and full of bed lint.
But no combination of social skills and economic progress could stop tensions from rising between blacks and whites in northern cities. In 1919, race riots exploded across the United States, and hundreds of people were killed, most of them African American.
Pause. So he got a whole bunch of Negroes to leave the South, Texas, Mississippi, come on up to Chicago where it's supposed to be safer. And they got up there and went through all the same racial stuff. Racism just looked different up there. Right? All it is racism looked different up there, but you were still on here with the same racism. I wanted to go see something. And again, I was about to go there, Special K. I was just going there. So, you know me. Y'all know how I roll. You know what I'm saying? And the way I roll is, I'm like, when I start learning about these Negroes, I be wanting to know, who are they? Who are these Negroes? I be wanting to know that part. You know what I'm saying? So, and this is according to Wikipedia. Not a good source, but we're going to roll with it until I go do some more digging. Who is Robert Abbott? Robert Singstack Abbott, born December 24, 1870, died February 29, 1940. He was an American lawyer, newspaper publisher, and editor. He founded the Chicago Defender in 1905, which grew to have the highest circulation of any black-owned newspaper in the country. Not the city, bitch. Not the state hoe. The country. Do you understand what I'm saying? Abbott founded Bud Bilkin Parade and Picnic in August of 1929. The parade, which has developed into a celebration for youth, education, and African-American life in Chicago, Illinois, is the second largest parade in the United States. We don't care about that. Let's get into who this Negro was, okay? Because they all have this similar, you know what I mean? This similar story about all these people had this similar story, okay? It says Abbott was born in 1870 in St. Simon, Georgia, though some sources state Savannah, Georgia, to freedmen parents. Remember, a freedman means that you were once a slave, a freedman who had been enslaved before the American Civil War. The Sea Islands were a place of the Gullah people, so he was a Geechee. His mammy was a full-blooded Indian, indigenous woman. And I know they're going to say it's African descendant ethnic group, but it's not. Those are indigenous people to the land who maintain African inherited cultural traits more strongly than many African Americans in other areas of the South. His father, Thomas Abbott, died when Robert was a baby, and his widowed mother, Flora Abbott, met and married John Singstack, a mixed race man of unusual background who had recently come to the U.S. from Germany. Now, remember, when they do these bios, they have to confuse you. So your daddy allegedly, coincidentally, was unalive when you was a baby, never met him, and then all of a sudden, here come this mixed race man, a German. Singstack's parents were Tama, a freed slave, and her husband, Herman Singstack, a German sea captain who had a regular route from Hamburg to Savannah. Herman had met Tama at the Georgia port city in 1847, where after becoming distressed as a slave at a slave sale, he bought and freed her. They married in Charleston, South Carolina before returning to Georgia, where their interracial marriage was prohibited. Their son, John, was born the next year. Let me back that up. They married in Charleston, South Carolina before returning to Georgia, where their interracial marriage was prohibited. Their son, John, was born the next year. Tama unalived soon after the second child. A daughter was born, and Herman took the children back to Germany to be raised by family. He is a half-breed. Mr. Robert Abbott, I told you, they all have the similar story. They all have a very similar story, and this is the similarities in all of these stories.
He ain't even from Acorn.
He has a full-blooded, full-bred Gullah Geechee mother, indigenous to the land of the Carolinas, indigenous to the lands of Georgia. Gullah Geechees are indigenous Indians, not indigenous Africans. I know they say African. They are indigenous Indians to the lands of the Carolinas and Georgia. And she just happened to get pregnant with Rob. Don't know who the dad is. No, they know he died. And then all of a sudden, this clear man came in, swooped her off her feet. They went down to Georgia where they couldn't even be married for real. And then all of a sudden, this Negro was raised in Germany. This Negro was raised in Germany. No wonder he was so successful at the Chicago Defender. Some of them was probably his family. He was probably kin to one of the presidents, for all we know. All skin folk ain't kin folk. This is the Negro that made all them Negroes in the South go from where they were owning land up to Chicago, where they face racism, they face all types of things. We're going to dig deeper in him later. But I keep telling y'all, all of them got the same story. All of them got the same story. All of them got the same stories. All of your high-end, wonderful people that we thought were wonderful, all of them got the same story. That's it. That's all. That's it. He wasn't even raised in Acorn. He wasn't even raised in Acorn. And he have, in my opinion, from what I'm looking at, have Acorn, according to the story, because just coincident, girl, bye. Who was your pa? Who was your daddy? Whenever you can't find a daddy, squint your eyes. Okay? You guys, I want to put that little piece on y'all, because when I found it, I was like, what? What? Some of us, a lot of us, especially up north, y'all got a lot of land that's owed to y'all down here. Y'all have a lot of heritage. Y'all have a lot of everything owed to y'all in the South. It is up to you to do your genealogy. It's not a one-trick pony for everybody. Everybody's going to be different. It's not like you could put out one thing and then everybody could just follow the blueprint, because people have different variables in their lineage that make certain steps not really that easy to get to. Not impossible, but not that easy to deal with, okay? But with that being said, keep your head on the swivel and always remember all skin folk ain't kin folk, because that nigga was black as me. Whole time he's a traitor. I'm going to get off here because I want to go cut my grass and record baddies. And I still got to watch Rolly Big Nasty Days. But I want to go cut my grass and do that before I come in and do that. You guys, I may see y'all later on this evening. I don't know. It depends on how I feel later. If so, I'll be down at the dollhouse. Y'all know where I'll be during the evening times. I appreciate y'all for being here. If you haven't already, please like the video. Please like the video. Please like the video. And Educational Friday should be back up at some point. It's editing out. Once it's edited out, I'm sorry, it'll go back up. Okay. I love y'all. Thank y'all so much. Y'all homework today is look more into your genealogy, please. I'm telling you, it's gonna help you out. A lot of people are waking up. Be one of those people who wake up and understand what's going on around you. Okay. Love y'all. Peace.
Can you hear me now? Oh, let's go. It's your boy Big Chew, the voice of the beat.
You know what I want?
Blaze up.
Come on, blaze up.
It's a beat for me.
Wow, 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 wow. For your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we are. For your boy. Also for your boy. Mix it for your boy. Drop it for your lift it up.
Mr. Carroll, how you give the voodoo doll time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who the voodoo doll is?
The nigga you just had up here.